Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of our stream. Right now we are doing Harada Yasuo tsumeshogi. If you're not familiar with the format of this stream, if you are on Twitch, you can send me a whisper if you want to take a crack at answering the problem. Or if you are in the 81 Dojo room with me, please send me a PM. And also, please refrain from drawing arrows because other people can see it. Thank you. As usual, we will begin with the shorter problems and then slowly progress to the longer ones. So here is the first problem of today. So as usual, when we're looking at this, we look at the position of the king and this rook. So we're thinking to ourselves, if only the rook were not there, there'd be an immediate mate with 2-3 gold. So one of the themes that we're looking out for is to somehow get rid of that piece in the way, which is called a jamagoma. So this is some type of clearance. It appears to be some type of clearance theme. So that's your first hint. Okay. Weird, I'm not showing up on, I don't think I'm showing up on the chess site. Let me check my dashboard. Okay, add shogi and chess. Let's see if that will change it up. Yeah. Wonder if I just change it to chess, it'll show up. Okay, well, let's try it just to see. Yeah, it didn't. Weird. Okay, I'll just put on chess then. Huh, I guess there isn't simply a chess community. Or maybe there is. Or I don't know if it just takes a while for it to show up, but for me it's not showing up. Okay. Well, just this. Okay, I'll just change this to chess then and see what happens. Yeah, it might just take a while. Okay. So do you guys have any ideas? Oh, yeah, I have to change my... No, it's already in Harada Yasuo. Weird, strange. Okay. So if we look at moves like this or this, it's not going to work because the horse protects. But then we think, well, what about the knight? Does that work? Try calculating and see if it works. So how are you guys doing? With the calculations? Capture knight does not work. Okay, we can take a look. If horse takes, there's a simple mate this way. So king must take. And then, right, king captures. And the king will always use that 2-1 as an escape square. Is that true? Is that true? What happens if he does this? Doesn't that cover the 2-1 square? It has to be a check after all, right? Right. So if the king moves here or here, there's the gold drop on 2-3. Easy mate. So king must come here. Now can you find the remaining moves? I hope so. Okay. Pretty easy now. 4-3 silver. And king here or here, it doesn't matter which. You get the same response, 2-3 gold mating. And like that. Notice this knight covers the 2-1 square. Okay, we can show that again. Get rid of that Jamagoma. Check, check, and mate. Good. So we can look at the next problem. Oh, cool! I'm being shown. Yeah, it just took a little while. I'm now listed under chess. Hopefully that won't confuse the shogi players, but yeah. Yeah, sometimes other people put up chess variations, like Crazy House, or someone I saw the other day was doing something called judo chess, which I was at a complete loss as to what was going on. But yeah, it was under the chess category. So hopefully um, there won't be any objections if I put the shogi under chess, because I think I'll end up getting more views that way, hopefully. Yeah, because there's some people who list it under chess, but the thing doesn't have anything to do with chess at all. Like someone here is playing some type of Zelda thing. So, yeah, okay. So because of there's so many knights involved with this, there's going to be issues with optical illusions. Some quite beautiful, I imagine. Okay, 3-3 over, check, takes, check. Um, huh. Okay, well we can take a look at that. Okay, so Denise suggested this move, and then you wanted to promote the knight here. Okay, and then you see he runs here, so yeah, it's a fail. Nope, I do not know that guy. So when we're looking at this position, instinctively we probably want to put a knight here, either using the knight already on the board, or to drop a knight there. So that's one of the things we have to take into consideration when we're calculating. The thing about moving the knight here is it ends up not protecting the square anymore. So let me know what you guys are thinking about, and then we can kind of work through this together. Of course, there's also this 1-3 knight drop that we have to consider. You got it? Okay. Either with the knight or on 2-5 or by a drop. Okay, let's look at this knight drop first. Here, king must move here. And how to continue. It's like this, but it looks like the king ends up escaping that way. This knight here also stops this horse from coming in later on, so that also has to be considered. Let's try this knight drop. Okay, and we have this takes, check. Okay, king over. I mean rook over. Then what? It looks like he escapes this way. Of course, you can't do an igoma because of this, right? So you're just gonna have to make room for the king on 1-2. Okay, then there's this. Excuse me. And mate here. Okay, let's show that again. Good. Okay, we can load the next one. Okay, so have to be concerned about the king getting out. Because of that, we consider moves like this and this as candidate moves. Yes, that is correct. check here. If here, simple, made that way, so the king must take. So the king now can escape this way, or he's gonna run that way and this way. Yes, Alfredo, this is shogi. Okay, and the king must run up here. Well, if he promotes here, so instead you do this way. Yes, that is correct. Okay, king must move here, and now he threatens to escape out that way, so this prevents that and seals him in. Okay. Yes, I do. Let's show that again. Check here. King takes. Okay, good. Can load the next one. Yeah, Alfredo, I'm actually not playing a game. What we're doing is looking through endgame problems. So it's almost like going through tactical problems with chess. So right now we're trying to find out ways to mate the king. Yeah, these are very, very useful to do, and it shows up in your practical results. So one of the main ways that we train is to do these endgame problems over and over again, and then hopefully we'll be able to solve them almost just as if the solution is at our fingertips. Yeah. Yeah, but I do play chess as well, and I sometimes stream it. Oh, yeah, I enjoy both games a lot. In some ways, shogi can be a form of cross training because it's so tactical and dynamic. Uh, it can, by practicing this, it sometimes frees our mind for certain things we do in chess. Yeah, I'm from the US. Where do you hail from? Oh, from France. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the stream. Were you watching the Gibraltar stream? I was earlier today, watching Simon Williams and Jovanka Huska. Very fun stuff. Yeah. Okay, so looking at this problem, it looks kind of simple because there aren't very many variations to calculate. Yeah, that is correct, Denise. There's not much of a branching factor here, so very easy to calculate. Do I play League of Legends? No, I do not. Do you? I've only heard of it. I don't think I've really figured out. Yeah, Yasuo on the. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Harada Yasuo was a professional player, and uh, he wrote some things on these endgame problems. So we're doing his problems right now. Okay, so uh, this problem was kind of easy. First, we want to draw the gold to where it can be captured and used as a piece in hand. So we do that by promoting the bishop first. We want to keep this rook here, so we sacrifice the bishop instead of that rook. Okay, and then gold must take. And now we want to draw the king down into the corner. So we do here, takes, check. And now if there's an interposition, we can simply mate with here, so the king must come up. And then we stop the king finally from running up by dropping the lance we got in hand here, and interposition. And we can mate here or here. Okay, can show that again. Takes and mate. Good. Let's load up the next problem. Do you have a rating, Alfredo? Okay, so what do you guys think? What are you guys looking at? Knight 2-4 first. Okay. That does make a lot of sense. One of the reasons why knight 2-4 makes so much sense is that after he takes it with the gold, you notice the silver, there's some vulnerabilities here because the gold had to move up. So it makes a lot of sense. I'll just leave that up to make the problem shorter, and hopefully you can find the rest of the moves on your own. It's actually pretty simple, but yeah. Is that guy a Canadian player? The name sounds kind of familiar. Right? Yeah, don't bother with them. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Just don't waste your time. Okay. Hopefully will have found this move. If king up, then simply takes. So the knight must capture. Well, you are wasting time because you're even mentioning it here. Okay, so next we take this silver. Now that this knight no longer protects the 3-3 square, there's easy mate here. Mate that. Okay, I'll show it again. Okay, make the 1-3 square vulnerable and check. Also make the silver vulnerable too. Takes and mate. Good. Okay, we can load the next problem. Okay, so probably what's going to happen here is there's going to be some kind of sacrifice of one of the major pieces against this knight. I don't think there's any other really reasonable move to consider. So our first two candidate moves are this and this, probably. Yep, correct. Okay, so let's look at this first. It's gonna have to take here, and after this, there's black has a bunch of pieces in hand, but no good way to continue the checks. I don't know, something like that. Oh, he has to be a little bit careful. But yeah, he escapes. Let's come this way. Yep, checks disappear. And here, if this instead, hoping for something like this and this, he's just going to take this way. Check. Whoa, wait. King. Jeez. Is this thing cooked? Oh, there might actually be a cook in this problem. Oh, did I just find the cook? Wow, I think this problem's flawed. Oh, there's this, and there's this. Okay, so, huh. Okay, well, anyway, that was the intended solution. Because if here, then you just promote here. So pawn takes like this, and then there's this bishop drop here, similar to that other variation. If here, then promotes here. Yeah, there's got. Okay, no, I'm sorry, I was mixing up the variations. It's not cooked. This is not mate here. So there's only one solution. Okay, there's gonna be a block with something, no mate. Okay, so must do this. Yep. And check. Check. I mate here. Okay. Good. Show it one last time. Here. Or here. Okay. Can load the next one. This one looks familiar. Did we already do it? Oh, it might just have some similarity with one of the Oyama problems that we looked at already. To those of you who have just tuned in, please, if you haven't already, register your Twitch account and follow me. It helps out a lot. So one of the things we see is that if the king were up on 1-3, there would be an easy mate with this or this. So we keep that in mind in our calculations. So that would mean that we'd consider moves like this or this. Seems logical. No, it isn't. Okay, so let's look at this move first. Yeah, after this, there doesn't seem to be a good way to continue the checks. If this, then the king can move over. And see, just escapes that way. Yeah, this also escapes here. It's not 2/3 knight promote. With this, the knight, the king can move here. If here he just comes back up, and we end up with the same position. So here, if this check, oh, we have to be a little bit careful so that something like this doesn't happen. So here the king, I guess, must move this way. And then if check here, king can escape that way. If knight here, king can move here. And then there's this, but the rook takes, see, the king escapes that way. So we don't have this move. So the other candidate move that we want to look at is this check here. King comes here, and then there's no real way to continue. If this check, he's just gonna block like this. And king comes up, no more checks. So that leaves this one. King up, then there's mate here, so must move this way. Okay. Now do this check here, forcing him to take with the rook, and then we can get the rook in hand. He must take because of here. Then there's this knight mate. So here, then do this knight check, king over, check here, and there's mate this way. That's 9 moves. So he must grab here. And then we take here, check, And if back here is mate this way, if king up here, we just mate like that. So over and then mate. Okay. So 11 move mate. Okay, we can no it wasn't. Your first solution was 3-2 rook, 1-3 king, 3-3. Yes, this is correct. The other one was 9 moves. This is 11. Okay, let's look at that again. And mate. Good. Can load the next one. Well, you know, you did get most of it, and I'm sure you saw the rest of the solution, so it's not really a failure. And in terms of tsumeshogi solving, then yeah, I guess if you go by that, then yeah, it is a fail. Right? Yep. Good. Yeah, this is a nice one. Okay, so the first feature of this position is if the king were on 1-2 instead, there'd be an easy mate with 3-4 bishop. Okay, that's your first hand. So because of that, one of the things we look at is this, but we can see that quickly after lance takes, there's no good follow-up. So that doesn't work. Okay, so the first move of the solution is this check here. King must move to 1-2, because if here, then there's this. So let's go to 1-2. Okay, so we have that position here, and then this rook now looks like a Jamagoma, so we have to get rid of it. Obviously we cannot promote here because we'll end up in the same position, only a rook down. So we can eliminate that one immediately. That leaves this, this, and this. Then we can eliminate the knight move because the bishop takes. And if here, the king will take this way and it escapes. So it's not a knight move. Okay, the king will have to take. I'm talking to Denise. The king's going to take. Okay, if that, then king moves to 2-2. And you're gonna end. No, he's not gonna move to 3-2. He can just move up to 2-2. Oh, well, actually, I guess he could also move to 3-2, but after 2 on bishop, then he's going to move the king to 2-2. And then there's going to be no more checks. Okay, I will show it to you. Here. See? Like that. Also, this avoids even that check. So either way, king escapes. So we can also scratch that off our candidate moves, which leaves us with this one. Okay. Now if knight takes, Grab this. And then mate like that. So bishop takes. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Check here. 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 Check. F up here, and you can promote, so it takes. And mate. Okay, I'll show that again. And mate here. Okay. I'll load up the last problem for today's session. Oh, you have to go? Okay. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. Yep, take care. See you. So, looking at here, these pawns, if the king ends up running somewhere up here, the pawns will prevent him from, it almost acts as like the edge of the board. I guess the king will have to take if he does that. One of the things that you look at is if the king were, let's say, on 1-4 instead, there'd be an easy mate like this, right? So maybe there's some way to drive the king up the board. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay. So how are you intending to continue? Probably like this, right? And then the king runs away and there's no way to continue the checks. So we have to look for something else. So the next kind of logical move to look at is this. The reason being is if king up, there's this, right? So he's gonna run here or here instead. So let's try here. Okay, so probably this, right? And if here, then here, so king moves that way. And there's check here. Like that. And if king goes here, I guess here's the same thing, right? And here, yeah, same thing. Yeah. Okay, let's look at that one more time. Check. King here or here, doesn't matter. Check. Check. And mate. Good. Alright, that was the last problem for today. If you managed to stick around for the entire 2 sessions, thank you for joining us. If you wish to reach me to support the stream or have any questions or comments, you can reach me at alexi2539@gmail.com. I'm always happy to hear from you. I will post my YouTube channel link in the chat there. If you haven't already, please register a Twitch account and follow me. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where I archive some of my streams as well as post other lectures that aren't streamed. But thank you again for joining us. I will see you later. And in case, well, if you did like this, please tell your friends about it. I'm trying to grow the stream, and one of the best ways to do it is by word of mouth. So, okay, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.